Wise Granny. Hi and welcome to Soulmaker, the channel where we share inspiring stories and life lessons. In this video, we have a story about a grandmother who gave a simple but powerful advice to her granddaughter on her wedding day. This advice affected her in her marriage, her parenting, and her teaching. What was this advice? Keep watching to find out. The wedding advice. My son got married last spring. At the bridal shower, they had cards for the guests to write some advice for the couple. I took one and wrote the best tip I got from my kind grandma when I got married. She was very dear to my son, so I wanted to share her wisdom with him and his wife. I wrote on the card. Never do something that you don't want to keep doing for the rest of your life. The dirty underwear. My aunt was next to me, writing on her card. I asked her what she was telling them. She said, Granny always said, and we said the same thing together. When I married, Granny told me not to do things for my husband that he could do himself. She gave me an example of dirty underwear. I still remember her saying, Amy, if he leaves his dirty underwear on the floor, don't pick them up. I asked her why. She was serious. If you do it once, you'll do it forever. Never do something that you don't want to keep doing for the rest of your life. The joke. That day, my aunt shared a similar story of her mom giving her the same advice. We laughed because my grandma must have thought this was very important if she told it to all the young brides. We also laughed because we wrote the same thing on our cards. The truth. And when I think about this advice, it makes sense. How often do we start doing something for someone that we think is helpful, but it ends up being harmful to both of us? This happens because we think that cleaning up their mess is what they need. But in reality, it creates a routine that someone else will fix their problems. The sons. I followed this advice when I raised my sons, too. I let them be responsible for their own stuff. If I always did the task, homework, project, or whatever for them, was I teaching them responsibility or spoiling them? Sometimes, we have to remember that our biggest lessons in life come from our failures and mistakes. If we don't let children make them, how can they become responsible adults? The teacher. As a teacher, I often see parents who have picked up their child's dirty underwear and can't stop. Because it's expected. Children, husbands, friends, or family, whoever is in your life, need to be accountable for their own actions. The notebooks. Grandma left notebooks full of advice that we found after she died. They had stories, poems and thoughts that she collected over the years, true gems for my family. I never thought that I could learn a life lesson from a hypothetical pair of dirty underwear. Never do something that you don't want to keep doing for the rest of your life. The legacy. This was the story of my wise granny and her advice that changed my life. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. She left me a legacy of wisdom and love that I will always cherish and pass on to my children and grandchildren. What about you? What legacy do you want to leave behind? What advice would you give to your loved ones? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to Soulmaker for more inspiring stories and life lessons. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye, scribe.